Today on Hands On Photography, we're going to take a look at some feedback from you as usual, because I love doing feedback shows, but we're going to specifically talk about another element of photography, and that is 24 frames in a second, which equates to video. Y'all stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
This is TWiT.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Pruitt, and this is Hands On Photography here on TWiT TV. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. I really do enjoy sitting down, sharing different tips and tricks to help make you be a better photographer, as well as a better post-processor. If this is your first time catching the show, I want to say welcome to you and thank you for stopping on by. And go ahead and subscribe in whatever podcast application you're enjoying this on. We're available on all of them, y'all. Yeah, all of them. So go to our website, twit.tv/hop. That's twit.tv/HOP for Hands-On Photography. And you'll see all of our subscription options over there. I appreciate all of the support, and I appreciate all of you helping us to continue to grow the Hands-On Photography community and grow this show. It really does mean a lot. Speaking of growing the show, let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. All right, so I know I ask you all to send me feedback and comments and things of that nature, whether it's over on social media or through our email. The email address is hop@twit.tv. But I also say, hey, you know what? Send your feedback and comments in the rating systems, and particularly those of you that are on the Apple ecosystem with Apple Podcasts and iTunes. I've always asked you to leave me a star rating and a comment over there, because pretty much, folks, there's no other way around it. Apple Podcasts pretty much rules the world when it comes to the podcast and getting things noticed by for other people if you're trying to grow your show. So, yeah. I always ask you, if you can leave me a rating in Apple Podcasts, please do so over there. I know it's a bit of a pain at times. So when you do leave those ratings, I truly appreciate it, because I've done it for other shows, because there are shows that I watch and enjoy and listen to, and I want to help boost them up and have other people discover it. So that's what I do, and I appreciate you doing the same. So anyway, you all have done that. And there was one comment in particular that it got my attention. And I wanted to call it out for today's show because I think it's something that should be addressed. So let's go ahead and pull that up. All right. The comment was back on June 14th, 2021, and it is a 5-star rating. Thank you very much for that. The title says very knowledgeable, and it comes from, let's see if I can pronounce this, Harulao. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So yeah, we're just going to consider that the incorrect pronunciation, and I'm apologizing right now. But anyway, the comment reads as, Ant knows his stuff and is passionate about creating. Could you possibly do more content on video editing? And yeah, that's short, sweet, to the point. And I thank you for that. Harulao. I'm not going to try to say that anymore. I thank you for the rating of 5 stars, and I thank you for this comment. Because, yeah, this is a pretty common question that I've been asked offline. I've been asked it on social media, and I've seen a couple of emails in the past bring it up. So, yeah, video. I know this show is called Hands On Photography, but quite frankly, video does fit in this world. Video does fit in photography, because if you break it down, if you shoot a second of video, it's ideally 24 frames in that second that turns it into a 1-second video clip. So yeah, I think video fits over here. And yes, I would like to bring in more video content into the show. I have done a little bit of stuff inside of Adobe Premiere Pro in the past with our time-lapse option, because you basically could build a time-lapse by shooting, 200 to 300 frames and stitching them all together in a video editor such as Premiere Pro. And that's how we came up with the time-lapse. That was way back in 2020 sometime during the pandemic. I remember shooting it from the porch here when things were locked down. But yeah, I thought about that more and more. and said I would like to bring in more video editing content for our listeners here of the show. But there are some things to consider with that. Okay, you have, like photography, you have a lot of different options out there when it comes to photo editing. You have the paid options, you have the free options, you have the Apple side of things, you have the Windows side of things, you have the Linux side of things, and so on and so forth. Then you have the things that are actually cross-platform. And it's something to consider when it comes to video editing, because not all of those things are going to be the same type of user interface. But what I have found, there are some things that are going to have the same bit of a fundamental approach to it. So, for example, I particularly work in Premiere Pro when it comes to doing anything for my YouTube channel or any type of videos that I have shot for other people in their social media and things of that nature. The post-processing typically comes from Premiere Pro. That's Adobe's package available in their Creative Cloud subscription. And I know that it's a bit of a bane of an existence for many people because people don't like subscriptions, but that's okay. I get it. You do you. But I also have been dabbling more and more into the world of Davinci Resolve. Resolve is another video editor, but it is free. But there's a catch. They have a free version, but they also have a paid version. I have a Blackmagic camera that I use, and since I have a Blackmagic camera, I get the full version of Davinci Resolve. And I believe if you want the full version of it, there's no subscription fee. I think it's a flat fee of $300 for the software. So I've been trying to dabble in that. So that is something that I could probably approach for everybody here in the hands-on photography audience, because it is a very, very nice video editor. Has a gazillion different tools in it, a gazillion different effects. The problem is it's still a little bit newish to me. Now, I've been playing around with it here and there over the years, but I spend just pretty much most of my time in Premiere Pro. So as I've been trying to get myself back to using it more, I'm still in a bit of a learning mode when it comes to using Davinci Resolve. Nowadays, when I open it up, I particularly open it up for color in color grading of video. I will work on a video in the edits and cuts and things of that nature inside of Premiere and pull it into Resolve to do all of the color correction and color grading, and then go back to Premiere. I know that sounds like a pretty messed up workflow, but it works for me at this time. So yeah, I am going to start doing some video editing. I'm still just trying to figure out the best way for me to do it. Right now, my gut says that for me to continue to use Premiere Pro here on the show, because it's faster for me. It's not going to make production for me more difficult. It's not going to make Mr. Victor, my wonderful editor, it's not going to make his job any more difficult. So I'm probably going to stick with Premiere Pro, but I will go about it the same way I've been going about it with our photography things. Just speak on the fundamental basis of it. Okay, because if I want to do a cut inside of Premiere Pro, fundamentally, I'm going to do it the same way inside of Apple's Final Cut Pro. Fundamentally, it'll be the same cut inside of Resolve. So that's the way I'm going to approach that, and I hope that works for you. When will I get started on this? Not sure yet, but it'll be soon. I promise you. At the time of this recording, I can say I will have something about video editing and video creation before the end of 2021. I do promise you that. I'm just still trying to work out my approach on it and how I want to do it for y'all. Part of me, I'm leaning more along the lines of starting from the very beginning, the same way that I did with photography here on Hands on Photography. If you go all the way back to episode 1 through say maybe 10, it was pretty daggum low level and pretty fundamental, because I felt that's something that our listeners and viewers that were just getting started with photography, I believe they needed to understand that stuff. And they needed to understand the the groundwork and how things were working with the camera and what happens when you move this slider and what exactly is contrast, what exactly is saturation, and so on and so forth, to help build upon each and every week as I created the episodes for this show. So I'm thinking I may do that, but I need to just get it all mapped out on some paper first, and then speak with Mr. Victor and make sure it's not going to be too much of a headache for him, and go from there. But yeah, that's my plans. Yes, we will do more video editing, and I do appreciate you sending in that comment. All right. Okay, folks. So that is going to do it for this week's episode. Again, please continue to do your ratings and your comments and things of that nature in whatever podcast application you're enjoying this on. Even if it's YouTube, if you just do the little like button on our YouTube videos, that does go a long way. Thank you all so much for that continued support. If you have any questions or just want to shoot me a message, I'm available via email at hop@twit.tv, or you can tag me on social media because, yeah, I'm still pretty active on social media. I really do enjoy talking to you all over there. Tag me on Twitter. I am @_Pruitt. Tag and give me a follow on Instagram. I am @_Pruitt there as well. Thank you all for the continued support. Now, safely create and dominate, and we will catch you all next time. Y'all take care.
No ads, just the content. That's what you get when you join Club TWiT. You even get extras like TWiT Plus, our new bonus feed just for members, and exclusive access to the Club TWiT Discord community. Join now for just $7 a month and support TWiT as we continue to create top-notch podcasts you expect and deserve. We're just getting started, so be one of the first to join as we build Club TWiT from the ground up. You could be an early member. Go to twit.tv/clubtwit to learn more and sign up now. Thanks.